Usually, I'm not the told you so kind of guy, right? Usually, I'm not the guy to come in and say, I knew it. But tonight, I do just want to say to everybody I told, hey, man, you can't worry. Hey, man, relax. Hey, man, there's no way they don't play this man in preseason. That Martin Luther Duke strikes again. Big dog Chico called me MLD. Martin Luther Dukes. I saw the promised land. So as everybody comes in, drop your location. Man, what's up, Sabrina? I did turn on my monetization today. I did. I made sure I did for sure. Savage Gala, what's up with it? Sabrina Blankenship, Brainer. My boy Apostles, straight in Jonesboro. Miss Fat to you, Kev 2000. Cuzzo, what's up, Tracy? Louisiana in the building. Arizona, Dallas, Texas. Oh, now, Peter D. H-Town in the building. What's up, Zero? What's happening? Bama in the middle. What part of Bama? They said they're going to play dude. Oh, now Duke's MLD. All right, so if you were here last night, then you know, shout out to the 256, my man Zero. If you were here last night, then you know there was a little bit of outrage. You know, you had the fourth string. The depth chart comes out. They got them fourth string, right? All right, cool. Talk about Shedeur Sanders, of course. They got them fourth string, and I literally said, look, y'all gotta be patient. You gotta be cool. And I understand these are fans, and we fans, right? And I was able to separate myself last night because this is what I did do. I saved my takes and my theory on what was going on for my show because I didn't want anybody else to kind of, you know, be guilty by osmosis because, of course, I looked at it from a grand scheme of things, right? I'm looking at spirituality because of how much Coach Prime includes spirituality in his day-to-day life, what I know to be true. I looked at Shedeur and I looked at the opportunity and I looked at what Bucky told me when we interviewed and what Bucky told me, you know, what we talked about offline. And I said, y'all, hey, be cool because you can't stop it. No matter what's going on, you cannot stop it. It's coming, right? One day later, hours later, not even a full 24, Shedeur Sanders gets to start in a preseason game. Man, drop a 12 in the chat, man. Drop a 12 in the chat. Drop a 12 in the chat. Let's drop a 12 in the chat. Got to drop a 12 in the chat, man. Got to drop that 12. Now, look, this is the fair part about it. Now Shedeur gets to he gets to go show. It could be a lot of stuff in the game, but I feel like Shedeur is very capable, and he'll show he has the chops to succeed in this league. Now, mind you, I don't speak negativity, but we also understand that anybody can have, you know, an off day or whatever. I don't think this game is the end all be all for his career. Everybody wants him to do well, and I think he will do well. But all he needs is a chance, right? And I just feel like he's too talented that he's going to get all the chance he can get. It looks like Flacco won't be playing, Dylan Gabriel won't be playing, and Kenny Pickett won't be playing. All eyes on Shedeur. He has an opportunity. Now, you got to find out what the Panthers will be doing, right? Who are they looking to see on defense? You got to find out that how much of the first team offense will be playing. What will the script be like? There's a lot of things you got to get into, right? So, my man Amateur Football Insider says him doing it with the twos, threes this whole time, it'll make playing with the starters easy work. Yeah, I can see that. I actually can see how that could be easier for him. But I hope, you know what? I hope he still gives the ball to Gage, man. That's what I would really like. Gage, I want to see him throw I want to see him throw the ball to his guys too, right? I want to see Luke Floria continue to get the ball. His guys. You know Gage, who he's been working with in the offseason or after camp, excuse me, after rookie mini camp. But man, can you imagine how electric the scene will be? Where my watch at? I left my watch downstairs. Well, I almost hit it. I wish I had my watch, man. I left my watch on the table. What's up, Doc? Alanubia. I ain't got my watch on me. But yeah, can you imagine how 1,000% going to be the highest rated preseason game ever? 1,000%. And you know, look, Lawrence RBE said, dude, it wouldn't surprise me if he's been working with the ones behind the scenes. You know for a fact that he's going to be getting some work with some of these guys. Get what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it. Much watch TV. And people are going to be so excited for him. And I'm excited for him. Not just because who his dad is, but I'm excited that, man, when else have we seen somebody so highly rated become the underdog? Ain't that crazy? So he's got to get reps with ones. He's going to get reps for sure. Colorado fans got to be happy. You get to see that boy J5 and Shedeur, right? And see, to me, when I say working with the ones behind the scenes, if anything, I think I could see him getting a session in or two with some guys who want to throw with him without making nobody else mad, right? I could see that. I don't want to put no rumor out, but I could definitely see him getting some work that may not be reported with some just throwing. But as far as what Shedeur brings to the table, NFL quarterback, through and through, ready to smash the narratives. Pops get to watch you. It's a lot on the table. I know Shedeur is built for the lights. If I have anything I do want, if I could send a message to Shedeur, it would be to play your game. Don't let the pressure get to you. Don't let the fans get to you. Don't let anything get to you. You go play your game. You don't have to push the ball down the field. Take what they give you. Make the smart play. Be accurate. You don't have to go out and hit home runs every time. Let the game come to you. Take what they give you. And when you get your shots, just execute. Coach Prime has this saying that he tells everybody. You got to dominate your opportunity. Well, this is the time. This is an opportunity for Shedeur to dominate. But it's got to be exciting for the Colorado fans. It's got to be exciting for the Shedeur Sanders fans, right? It's got to be exciting. I'm just glad that so many people can feel exonerated. So many people can say, okay, all right, at least they go. You know, there was people last night in the chat that were saying, Deuce, you know they're not gonna let him play in the preseason. Last night in chat, people were like, oh, you know, they ain't gonna let him play in the preseason. I was like, nah, come on now, y'all. They gotta let him play in the preseason. And mind you, the Browns have all the cards right here. You feel me? So Shedeur's in an opportunity. He's in a situation where it behooves him the ball. He just needs the ball. Whether the Browns do well or not, Shedeur needs to take advantage of this opportunity. But if there were anybody, let's go back. Do y'all remember when Deshaun Watson first started balling in Houston? Houston wasn't seen as this premier team. They get Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has that year where he puts the league on notice, sets it on fire. Great season. Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Watson. He helped elevate the play of that team. Now, he had some help, but he helped elevate the play of that team. I think Shedeur has some of those same qualities just by making the right reads, taking what they give you until it's time to take a shot. You haven't seen the Cleveland Browns with a really accurate and a quarterback that was willing to take shots downfield after he took what the defense gave him. Like Baker Mayfield, you see what Baker Mayfield is doing now, but he's been opened up. They've allowed him to push the ball downfield in Tampa Bay, and he's a totally different quarterback. Baker Mayfield was damn near a bust. Like, he was a second thought. For him to have the revival that he's had in his career, it only goes to show you that some of what they say about Cleveland is true. Cleveland, and they say Cleveland is the place where quarterbacks go to die. I just don't believe that about Shedeur Sanders. It didn't happen to Baker Mayfield. Now, he had to be planted somewhere else. But, you feel me? Let's talk about Shedeur starting game one. I'm not saying he can't start game one. I'm not saying he ain't starting game one. I would be glad if he don't start game one for the regular season. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Shedeur getting the opportunity to develop. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh, he needs to start game one. I get it. But me, I'm okay with him developing, coming along the ranks, learning. And I think they got him set up on a trajectory that it could work in his favor. Even if they're playing games, I think everything is still continuing to work in his favor. Just like last night. I know it was people that wanted me just to go off, and they was like, Dukes, why you on here preaching, man? They doing them wrong. They doing them dirty. They may not play him. I'm like, man, y'all got to be cool, man. Y'all be cool. It's working out. It's working out. Now he gets his first opportunity. I'm okay with him playing game one, but I would rather him not. I want to see him develop. I just think the roster currently isn't constructed to the point where you have competitive football with that schedule. I don't think their roster matches up with their competition. So that's why I'm like, see, I can see a world where the Browns come out, don't do well, and then it's Shedeur's fault. So you come out, let's say you go 1-3. It's Shedeur's fault. Oh, you got your opportunity. Or he can come in where where the rosters are more even, right? I'm like, look, let him get the best situation. Just let the situation continue to play out. Let's pull up the schedule again. Pull this old schedule up. All right, so they go preseason, and they got the Ravens in the pre. No, they don't. I'm about to say. My man said Game 5 is a sweet spot. All right, so you got the Browns, the Panthers. So you got Browns, Panthers, Browns, Eagles, Rams, Browns preseason. You got game 1 against the Bengals and their offense. They're gonna have to score points. They're gonna have to throw the hell out of the ball. You got to score points against them. First game, joke. I'm okay with him not having to do look at this stretch now. Bengals, Browns, the Ravens, Lamar and them, the Packers, the Lions, 1, 2, 3, 4 playoff teams. Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, come on, man. Cause I'm just like, if it those are 4 tough games. Like, man, you ain't got to start them with that. Bring them along, man. You ain't got to start them with that now. That's a tough schedule. Now, I ain't saying he can't do it, but I'm okay about those if you know. If he gets called into duty, I still believe he'll do well, but man, I just think it's something to be said, where they can afford to bring him along slowly. Sometimes they'll put you in a situation. People, have you ever had a job where you felt like, man, they set me up to fail? You might get a report that's due Thursday, and it's a 500-page book you got to read. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa! I got to do this by Thursday. This wasn't built for me to win. So, if you got other options on the roster who've played, Joe Flacco, I'm okay if Joe Flacco is your guy to game 1, and you pass the torch. Let him see, get some film against these guys from your playbook. See what works. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what's going on. So, and I think sometimes the fandom of Shedeur Sanders, because comes from a great family, comes from great stock. Sometimes that can that people won't think about the longevity because you want it right now. Like right now, like, I don't know, he need to start game 1. Ooh, he ain't got to start game 1, man. This man got a 20-year career ahead of him. Shedeur can go play for a dub. This one game, these first few games ain't gonna hurt him. I'm not saying he can't do it, but I want to see somebody really to put a plan together for him. Think about how vocal the Jaguars are about setting up a plan for Trav. How vocal are they about his plan? The investment they've made has required them to have a specific plan for him. I think Cam Ward went into a situation where the game plan is around his skill set, right? Based on the investment, the game plan is around Cam's skill set. Right now, Shedeur is running Kevin Stefanski's, however you want to say it. They're running his offense without it being tailored to him. The same thing that you do with Joe Flacco, the same thing you do with Kenny Pickett, the same thing you do with Dylan Gabriel, you're doing with Shedeur Sanders. And that's only because he wasn't drafted in the first round. Because if he was drafted with that number 3 or that number, if he was drafted with that top pick, 5 pick, whatever it was, they would be shifting the playbook to his strengths and what he likes. But right now, they're going to leave it wherever it is. He's got to go deal with it. But that's fine. That's okay. I think he'll be successful regardless. But I thought it was important for us last night. The mob was out. The aunties was out. The uncles was out. They was like, they wanted blood. I said, hey, look, y'all, just calm down. Especially my Christian folks. I said, all right now. My Christian folks, y'all need to throw up one of them good old Hail Mary them good old prayers. You hear me? You got to believe. And shoot, man, it wasn't a day later before he gets announced. And think about this. Who else in this year's rookie class as a 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd rounder is getting this type of attention for starting a preseason game? Who else? Who else? I don't think the Browns have been completely honest about their intentions about Shedeur. You got to understand, the Browns spent a lot of time and energy in scouting Shedeur. I know they spent more. I would venture to say the meetings that they had with Shedeur Sanders and family, the investment was probably the highest they've ever spent on a 5th round pick. They knew what they were getting. They drafted a quarterback. They didn't think they. So I read a lot into what the owner was saying. I felt like he could have did a lot better. But I put on my other cap and I started saying, you know what? Let me just dissect this a little bit. There was one portion of what the owner said that I thought about. Do y'all remember? And I've said this before, but I just want to bring this up again. Do y'all remember when everyone was looking at the way that Andrew Berry was looking after Shedeur was drafted, or when he called? The word was how unenthused he looked. It looked like, man, he don't even want him. And what was the rumor? The owner made the call, right? That's what the word was. The owner made the call because the GM didn't want him. Y'all remember that, right? So the owner comes out and he says, that wasn't my pick, that was the GM's pick. So if the GM didn't want him and the owner didn't want him, then who drafted him? Nah, the whole truth ain't out there. It can't be both. The owner can't. The owner and the GM said no. Nah, I don't believe it. Man, if you don't think that owner knew that Shedeur Sanders was coming, you crazy as hell. Ain't no way in the hell. Listen, it's just like when they talk about Arthur Blank. You know what they say in Atlanta. You know what they say in the A. Man, they knew what Mike Vick was doing. Feds just got involved. You think you invest that type of money in somebody and you don't know what they like to do in their spare time, and you don't know what they're capable of and what's been going on around them? The NFL is the feds. They know it all. You better believe if you got something in your history, they know the rumors. I've had people call me and ask me about what a player was doing. How long you been knowing some of these guys? Scouts. That's how I met guys. The way that I meet scouts is when they want information on players. Them folks know, man. Come on, man. You think them folks didn't know, man? Man, them folks know, man. Them folks the feds, dog. Stop playing. I know it. Come on now. So the math ain't math. There's no way the owner didn't want him and the GM didn't want him. So who drafted him? The president? The coach drafted him? A quarterback after you already drafted a quarterback and nobody knew? Come on, man. So sometimes people want to save face, and sometimes people think they're helping themselves and they really tell on themselves. That's why this whole time I wasn't really worried, because I know somebody wants Shedeur in Cleveland. The way that it's a method to the madness. I said it last night. I said, man, listen, they got him fourth string. You're going to end up playing. Do y'all remember how serious they said the Kenny Pickett injury was at the beginning? And then magically, he could miss up. He could miss he's probably gonna miss the rest of the camp. And now he's back. Come on now. Come on now. I was there at Pro Day. I saw who was there from the Browns. I was there. I saw Shedeur talking to them. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. I watched the list of how many Browns associates came. They were not all there for Travis. I know they went out to eat. I know they had, listen, I'm telling you. This ain't me pulling a rabbit out my hat, a rabbit out the hat. I'm telling you the truth. Come on, man. They knew. Listen. Cleveland got him. They knew. We got two. They just spent a third round pick on a quarterback and double back and said, you know what, one of these guys gonna work. And if they don't, we still gonna be sorry and we'll go back in the draft. But what if Shedeur does work? Man, watch this. Gonna mess around. Shedeur gonna develop, get better. Somebody else will take the onus. And I hope they go in the order. I hope they go in the order. I hope it goes Flacco. I hope it goes Pickett. I hope it goes Gabriel. Then I hope it goes Shedeur. And Shedeur gets that sweet spot of the schedule where he's toned and primed and ready. And he's already seen what they had. He's been through the week. He's been through game weeks as a professional. He's watched the film sessions against some of these teams in the NFC North. You got two division games in your first 4 games. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm telling you, dog. Listen, I don't know how I know. I don't know why I believe the way I believe. I don't know why, but sometimes I'm like, I knew it. And I got to say it today, and I'm glad. I said, I got to get back on here. You know, people got to tweet me like, dude, you called it. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. They know more than they say. They know more than they say, man. These are billionaires. Man, you think a billionaire don't know who's getting drafted on his team? This man is a billionaire. Think he don't know? Man, please. Yeah, right. Money brings information. Money brings information. The more money you have, come on, dog. These folks been doing this for a long time. These folks drafted Johnny Manziel, dog. Come on, man. Think them folks ain't doing no research? Yeah, right. I got some swamp. Hey, Let me tell you something. I got some beachfront property in College Park, Georgia, to sell right now. If you believe that, send the money. Send me $5,000, and I'm gonna give you a beachfront villa, 10 bedrooms, 4 pools, sitting right on the beach of College Park. Just send me 10 grand. You can have it tomorrow. If you believe that, you believe that too. Yeah, right, buddy. Hey, if you believe the owner didn't know Shedeur was getting drafted, then I'm the one that made the pick. It was me, y'all. Newsflash, it was me. Come on, man. Yeah, man. You know, hey, my boy niggas Freeman said beach probably right off Riverdale Road too. I'm telling you, ain't no way. I'm trying to get to some of y'all carport. Rev BJ Nelson with the $2 super chat. Y'all know super chats go to the front. Appreciate you kicking it off, Rev. Billionaires don't spend money foolishly. No, man, they don't. They don't, man. They do not. They don't. They don't. And they have information, dog. Money provides information. And information and data sets are how you make your money. When you playing with that type of money, before you invest it, you get all the information you can get. Ain't no way. They said because he knew they still setting him up for failure. Let me tell you something about rich people. Even in today's world, a rich person, especially that plays that's in this game, a rich person will turn on their own family member. So no matter what, I don't care if it was collusion, I don't care if it's supposed to be some type of public humiliation. Rich people follow dollar signs, especially ungodly rich people. Don't think the narrative is so tough that if Shedeur ball, they're gonna say, you know what? Don't let them. No, don't let them do that. Nah, man, these folks is money. But billionaires don't get to be billionaires without making bread. I'm telling you, Shedeur ball out, he gonna be the guy. Man, you gotta watch some of these movies, like some of these Lifetime movies with these rich people. Man, these folks, man, what? Man, folks will cross out their own mama for $5, man. Come on. You ain't even gotta be rich. That money make them do anything. Come on, man. You think he gonna get his opportunity? Now, once he gets his opportunity, he got a ball. If he don't ball, then it's free game for anybody else to pick him up. But ain't nobody in the business of giving something. You got to think. When this goes away, so does the prime effect. So does all these eyeballs. So do these jersey sales. Let me tell you what they know is gonna happen. Man, watch how many people watch this preseason game. Right, Carbondo and Structural. Shout out to Carbondo. Rev BJ Nelson said, "Rich folk ain't say sell that man sell their mama out, sell their children out." Man, look what that money make a bitch do. Niggas Freeman. I just repeated it, man. You know, I ain't trying to. Come on, man. So I know how it sounds and I know how it seems. And them folks will change their whole tune, man. Money make I'm telling you, money will make them do anything, man. They looking at this money. Oh yes. Shedeur started. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole our thing was to give them a day off to get ready for the week. Folks got a new stadium. Man, come on, man. That money. Boy. Man, listen. I tell you what, nobody knows. I guarantee you, 99% of this chat has no idea who Tony Grossi is if Shedeur Sanders don't go to Cleveland. Not the people, 750-some people in here. Nobody would know who that man is. Zero. Guess what? A lot of y'all want to know who I am if Coach Prime didn't say, come on out here. 750 people, the number right there. Between Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, 755, 756. Would have no idea. I'm not tripping on it. I ain't mad. Because I know what's going on. They bring lights. Let me tell you something. I did this in the first interview I did with Coach Prime. I don't know if some of y'all remember this. Okay, cool. We in Vegas. Me and Coach Prime in Vegas. He gave me a one-on-one sit-down interview, and I'm going to tell you how cold it is. I didn't have a cameraman that came with me from On3 because I went on my own. Coach DNVR shot it for me and sent me the footage, and On3 used it. True story. Wasn't even tripping. Coach Prime was like, I got you, dog. We'll find somebody. DNVR was like, shoot, we got it. Come on, dudes, we with you. And shout out to RK, shout out to Jay, because they shot that video. We shoot the video, it does views, but it really did views on social media because me and Coach Prime said he dapping me up. They made a gif out of it and everything. Like, who is this dude? Coach Prime hit me that night. He said, hey, dog, I told you I was going to turn you up, didn't I? I said, yeah, you did, Coach. He knows. They know. They know. The marketing that goes along with this family. Bro, you can't, look, I ain't trying to say, wolf tickets. I'm telling you what it is. Bro, if it wasn't for what came along with the Prime effect and the Sanders effect, I'm not saying I wouldn't have done okay, but I would have had to go take a job. I could not take no job. I wouldn't been able to tell nobody no. I get to tell people no. Come on, man. And I ain't no hater on it. And no, I ain't no hater. I'm like, I already know what them folks did for me. But I still do my 1-2. I'm going to still do Auburn. I still do the Falcons. I still got UGA. Sometimes we get on here and we don't talk Colorado. We talk music. We talk whatever. But man, my grandma used to always say, you better know what side your bread buttered on. Stop playing. Billionaires don't forget what side the bread is buttered on. Billionaires don't forget what side the bread is buttered on. I'm on that. That's what I believe. So I still want people to get at to let the media figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they said why the hate was. Hey, why the hate? Okay, yeah, she knows something. Shout out to Brown Girl. Brown Girl knows something. You feel me? This ain't no one talk. Hey, look, Coach Sanders at the press on 3. Look at him now. God gave him favor. Man, look, that was so funny, man. Because I always tell that story because, man, me and Coach Prime, we might be sitting back kicking it. And he'll tell the story. Coach Prime will tell the story. And I always be like, man, Coach, man, I was, they still had to pay me, man. I was scared I wasn't gonna get paid. We always laugh about it. But Coach Prime said, man, I knew you was covered. He said, man, God told me to get you. That was ask Uncle Neely. True story. I went out there that time. Uncle Neely said, hey, man, Prime want to see you. I'm like, all right, because we kicked it. I had already seen him. He brought me on the field. We kicked it, whatever. He said, Prime want to see you in his office. I ain't know. Coach Prime said Neely was sitting right there. Me, Neely, Shiloh, Pretty Tony. He said, man, God told me to tell you this. And he went in the way he said God told him to tell him. That man ain't worried about nothing. He told me don't worry. He said, man, dude, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Psst. I didn't see none of this. I ain't see none of it. So that's why I'm kind of like, it's par for the course for that family. I'm not just going just on football. I'm just telling you, like, it's just par for the course with that family. You dig what I'm saying? Like I'm like, all right, cool. I know how that family wired. I know what they got going on a little bit. You can tell it's not regular. Something going on. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why I be telling folks, don't worry. Now, I can't tell people how, what to do. Y'all want to get on their head? Y'all get on them. I ain't tripping. But I also say that, man, sometimes, like, don't, my auntie, Aunt Tiny, man, listen, Aunt Tiny ain't playing. I always tell this story, but man, you walk in Aunt Tiny house, the Bible, Barack Obama, Deion Sanders. That's how I go. On that main table, that's them three. That's like her real nephew. So I understand it's more like a family thing. And I think people don't understand the draw, the connection that this family has with our community. That's why I was telling on 3 when I was I'll be on Andy Staples show. Shout out to Andy Staples. Andy Staples would, say something to me. I'm like, man, you got. I said, look, bro. Back then, this was before the Air DT Max 96 at Retro. I got a 2010 pair. I held a pair of these up on that show. I don't know if y'all remember this show. I said, hey, man, y'all got to understand who Coach Prime is. I paid $500 for these. Now, this is back before they re-released. But, this ain't I had a pair I had to pay for a 2010 pair. I said, that's what he mean to the community, dog. Y'all got to understand this. Man, like when we say Deion, it ain't disrespect because that's who we grew up with. We say Deion. I'm on deep, man. Well, you could tell my mama nothing about Deion and MC Hammer, man. Please. But I'm going to always respect Coach Prime. I made sure I said, but folks don't get it. You dig what I'm saying? They don't get it. And yeah, man, so that's why I be like, look, it ain't too much to worry about. Regardless, I don't care if Shedeur don't never play a football snap. He's straight. Shiloh ain't never got to make another tackle. He's straight. They're going to be fine. Man, watch this. Shedeur could wake up one day and not want to play ball no more and go into coaching and to be one of the hottest coordinators if he wanted to. He'll just have to go get in line. Shedeur would be a big-time coordinator before he's 30 if he wanted to. Come on, man. This ain't just about ball. It's about the game. The game, dog. You feel me? Look what my cousin said. Cuzzo said, Dukes, I found your platform because I know. I'm telling you. I'm one of the ones I ain't finna sit up here and try to act like, oh yeah, man, I had my own motion going on. I did have some motion going on. You got to think, with Prime Family, I was, shoot. Like I said, I love to say it. I was a national analyst at On 3. I don't mind saying that. I worked for it and I found it. I got it out the mud for sure. I was working at a warehouse and grinded it out the mud. Found a way for me to do something I love to do and spend more time with my kid and get paid to do it. But man, you think I'm a discount what a cosign for Coach Prime would do? Yeah, right. Don't expect the billionaire to do it either. Don't expect Cleveland to be like, yeah, he played. Nah, man, they gonna see him right there. They got a plan for. I'm telling you, he ain't gotta do nothing but ball. He ain't gotta do nothing but ball. That's all he gotta do. He gonna be fine. Hey, Capital BG. Hey, boy, that is funny. Boy, what's up, boy? Boy, you are funny. That is funny. Too much love, boy. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, I think so. Now, we had to get in here. We had to talk about that. Now, y'all know we was gonna talk about it today. So it's like he ain't got to do nothing but ball. That's all. Yeah, but what y'all on, man? He said, man, Craig Johnson said, the Lord brought me to you through a broken 10K ACU, and then look how you blessed me offering your paper, real talk. Man, boy. God, man, appreciate you, Craig, man. Good people, too, for sure. The chat fan, the fam be in the building. Man, y'all know somebody came in here and dropped a dude I ain't never seen before came in here and dropped $300 last night, and I'm in here darn near preaching. I'm in here just passionate about it. Ooh. Next thing you know, they calling me ML Dukes, Martin Luther Dukes, man. I ain't lying. Can't make this up, man. Can't make it up. Buddy can't. Hey, shout out to Unity, man. He came through there. Hey. Hey, that boy said pass the peas like they used to say. Like they used to do. Yeah, you feel me? Hey. It take Uncle Neely to talk about it, man. Don't get Uncle Neely started. Oh, man. That man done call me TD Jakes. He done call me everybody, boy. He was like, don't get Duke started. That good brother Martin Luther Dukes, man. It's funny. Man, it's funny, man. Josh Pate hit me today about that Martin Luther Dukes, boy. Shout out to Pate, man. He just signed with he got a partnership with On 3, man. Shout out to Pate, man. Pate the real one. Yeah, y'all know I'm so fair, man. I don't be tripping about that because I know God got me, man. I don't be tripping on that at all. Man, shoot, I'm finna, when we get out here, we'll go drink some water, might play a little NCAA 26, get back in here, record a show about the Falcons, record a show about Auburn, drop them tomorrow, take my son to school, do the morning run, handle my other responsibilities, and be right back here if we want to. And God, good, man. What you talking about? Philip Moses Dukes. God is a source with all the resources. Amen. Hey, y'all, I haven't heard no update on Block Bully. I saw Miss Dawn Duncan say that. I ain't. They like that. They like that one, man. It's funny. They like that ML Dukes. Yeah, Peter, I ain't got nothing on Block Bully. Man, but he one of them guys, man. Can you imagine what the GA program gonna look like in Colorado for the guys when they get ready to come back? And you know that's a part of it. That's a part of it. Kadarius Tenney said, "What high school games I got to go to?" Man, I want to go to that. I think Milton and Buford. I gotta go see. I got a couple nephews out there. I gotta go see my real nephews out at Langston that Langston Westlake. For sure. I just can't call them all times of night now. They gotta get to school in the morning. I know they up. Yeah, I gotta pick a game to go see Rodney too. Buford just got that $60 million stadium. I just want to go see it. Shout out my boy KJ Boulder, man. He was the first one to have like a photo shoot out there. Yeah, KJ had a 5 photo shoot out there. Shout out to Keisha and Kai Boulder, man. My folks, man. Family, for sure. VZ Grant said, "Hey, dude, crazy how you said thing gonna play out, then boom, man, I'm telling you. Look, Cam playing. Yeah, he played at a little private school down here in Stockbridge. Yeah, Cam. This Cam year for sure. Like he last year was his first year playing tackle. I just been training him. I never gave him to nobody like because my partners play like they coach like all the kids around me is like high level D1. So I never wanted Cam to have to feel that pressure. And so like even my partners that coach, shout out to Batman, Ahmad Carroll, and let Coach Larry O. I know y'all remember Batman from playing with the Packers, but his team, the left team, they won't, they like, yeah, give us Cam. Right now, and them folks ain't lost a game since they've been 5 years old. I knew he wasn't ready for that. So I just kept Cam with me. So this is his first year. Yesterday, he had his first pad of practice. Cam starting to look different. So I was like, all right, I think this the year he really just kind of figure out like how far he want to go with football. I think every kid has that year where they like, you know what? They fall in love with the game. So I think this the year. Real BJ Nelson, high school players ask you about CU? Yeah. I talked to some. And it's really about who CU wants. Like they really selective. Now I'm telling you, now that's the truth. They are very selective in their process. I got a player that's committed to Ole Miss. I ain't gonna say who, but it's a player that wants to come to CU, but he don't fit what CU want to do, and they won't recruit him, and they haven't. They ain't playing. He committed to Ole Miss 4-star too. They are very selective about like a lot of times people look at the stars with Colorado, and they not realizing Colorado has had some players that they've passed on because they don't fit the scheme or they don't fit what they want to do. They very selective. It just like look like Q for 6, like Quinn. A lot of people passed on Quinn, but the things that they wanted out of Quinn to fit what they want to do, that's why they recruit him so hard. Presto money for sure, same thing. See, you was very selective for sure, absolutely. And I don't think you'll ever see Colorado recruit high school like at the level like number ones and number twos because you got to get too much volume. Colorado wants to be very select, and it has to marry up. To have that number one ranking, you have to recruit using the rankings. They don't recruit with the rankings. They recruit based on evaluation. That's the truth. Why is Rob Parker such a hater on the Sanders? Man, he don't like himself. KJ gonna be an All-American at UGA this year, period. He's super elite as you already can't wait. Oh yeah, KJ the one, boy. He probably up. KJ the one. For sure. Now, what I will say is this. There's a lot of people that up. I'll tell you who asked me more about Colorado than high school players. Players that's already in college. Prospective transfer portal kids. Man, if you saw the list of kids, like, and a lot of people don't realize, but the list of kids who wanted to come to Colorado versus kids that Colorado actually took, way different. K Hud, what's up, boy? Louisville, Kentucky. My sister was born in Louisville. Shout out to Louisville. My God, the dude I was named after, guy by the name of Guy Phillips. He had a dentist practice a long time in Louisville, Kentucky. My dad, that was my dad's best friend. They named me after him. Shout out to Uncle Phil. That's what we call him. He said Duke said the man don't like his own damn. yeah, man. I don't be anybody that don't. If somebody don't like me, man, I must be. If you don't like me and really low key hating, it's something about you that made me. You know what I'm saying? It's something inside of you that I stir up. My peace irritates your demons. Black dude said, "Hey, boy got Robert Downey. That's funny. What's that? Tropic Thunder." Said, I wouldn't be surprised if they only made Shedeur starter to push ticket sales and media coverage. Now, I mean, you never know. You're right. You never know. That's that stink meaner level hate. Man, boy, the biggest hater ever. For real. Kev said, I'll be at ATL this weekend. My Morris Brown family is having to get together. For sure, man. I don't even know where I'm going to be at this weekend. Then we got some. I don't even know where we going to be at. Where is that, Kev? Is that the park over there? Shout out to Morris Brown, man. Mo B. Amen, amen. 12 and destroy all these can't learn narratives. Yeah, man, that's the key. I was just on the show, man, with Flow Factory. I don't know if y'all checked that out, but definitely just he asked me about all the narratives. I was like, there's a ton of them that ain't real. Yes, sir, is at the part for sure. Craig Johnson said, man, my PC irritate your demon. Every pastor gonna drop that one. Man, they can have it. I ain't tripping. Man, I just say remember this. Y'all remember last year, and I'm gonna keep coming back to this. Just remember last year how it was guns all in the locker room. It was Shedeur's a bully. He was forcing people out. It's a toxic locker room in Colorado. What else they said last year? It was so much stuff. Coach Prime only coaches Shedeur. Nah, it was crazy. Like all that stuff just went away. Just went away. Oh man, it just went away. Folks said they were having shootouts in the locker room, buddy. Kev said you probably know a lot. You'll probably know a lot of people. I definitely know a lot of people went to Moby. I was on that AUC campus strong, for sure. It was gambling, yes. They had Colorado sound like, man, it was like the prison yard. Like, man, you better not go out to Colorado. They in like it was chain game, boy. They out there fighting and shooting out there. Don't go to Colorado. Like, hey man, what y'all talking about, man? Get out there, none of the sort. Zero of the sort. So just remember that. I just want people to remember that when it comes down. Man, I could have been, oh, they ain't know that. And they said it was guns in the locker room because one of the coaches said you gotta have that fire. Yeah. Who was that? Oh, that was my boy too, man. He cool in the fan. Oh man, we interviewed him on the morning run. Uncle Neil will be putting us in the game. I was out of college. Man, I went to Boulder. They talking about how dangerous it was. Man, I went to Boulder, man. I couldn't find no trouble. I was looking for some. Wanted to see something to do. Man, please, man, to go out there and go to sleep. Man, I couldn't even get a drink out there hardly. I was like, I ain't even want to drink. Like, man, you just go home. I stayed at Boulder about 3-4 days, but man, you can't find no trouble out there. Coach Cheney, keep that fire. Man, you can't find no trouble at Boulder, man. Hey, Andre Walker said, yeah, according to those rumors, Coach Prime letting them boys turn the locker room in the South Side. Man, yeah, Cabrini Green, O Block. Yeah. Folks, man, please. The folks in Atlanta, the folks in Techwood. I said he got what open toe sound on the boulders. I'll tell you. Oh yeah, coach, they be baking. You right. The boy said he got he got a pie in one hand and a fire in the other hand. That boy got the pie and the fire. Shout out to Coach Cheney, man. The pie and the fire. Hey, when I see him, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say the pie and the fire. Hey, Nick Freeman said East Lake Meadow. I don't tell you. Folks say anything, man. But they got the pie and fire. Man, my bad, y'all. But yeah, I be having fun, man. I come in here like Uncle Needle say, dude, she'll go live every night if you could. Man, why not? Man, y'all in here, so we come in here and kick it, man. Usually I don't have no thumbnail. I just come in here and kick it because I don't want people to come in here for one thing, because I want people to come in here. We talked about Shedeur tonight, but I usually don't even put a thumbnail on there because I want the people who want to come in here and talk with the fam. That's who I want to talk to. I don't want you coming here looking for something. I want you to come in and wherever it goes, it goes. Ram BJ Nelson said, Deuce, when you going back to Boulder? I don't know, man. Shoot. I might go before camp. Might wait till Georgia Tech. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to do this season. I got a lot of places to be at once. The good thing about Colorado is I know I got Uncle Neely out there. So whatever I need content-wise or whatever, he'll send it to me. So I don't know. I'm gonna go to at least 1 or 2 games though for sure. Like I ain't got to be out there every week though. Tay said, Dukes, how many passing yards you think 12 gonna have? Man, I don't know, man. I just think, man, I think 12 get something like a 12 for you could give me something like a 12 for 18 for $140, $150, something real smooth. Like it don't have to be explosive. Just run the offense. Understand that this game is gonna be about making the right checks. This game is gonna be about, when you see a coverage, what are you checking into? Are you checking into the run? It's really just not, it's about a lot more than meets the eye. It's about the game within the game. A lot of these preseason games are about when you see this look, what do you see? What do you do when you see this look? Are you checking out into the right run? Are you checking out into this play? So, yeah, I ain't even mad. Just take what the defense give you. Craig said, "Stop by and school meal." I wrote for sure, man. Vegas, man. Shoot, man. I got one. Man, I got one of my childhood friends in Vegas, man. I need to go check on. Okay, we got real Atlanta talking here. Surfer boy. Okay. It was mandatory to go to Shedeur. Man. It was mandatory to go. I forgot about that. Fat Don Reeves for sure. Then he said, when you coming to Boulder? I don't know. What's up, Bruce? We seen Bruce on the morning run the other day. Hey, if y'all don't remember, if you don't know, man, we got the morning run 5 days a week. So check us out on the pregame network. All right, y'all, shoot. Ken got to be at school at 7 something, so I got some work to do. But look, man, I appreciate y'all. Hey, man, you know what? My tagline used to be "Trust the Scoop." That was my first podcast name. You go look at the first one, "Trust the Scoop." So sometimes you got to trust the scoop. All right, man. Too much love, man. Y'all be safe for sure.